Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid near Brow.
Hi everyone, I'm Dakami-sama and I play Solas Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
Hey, I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin from Brawl.
Hello, everyone. I'm Salem Mortar. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grayspace.
Hey there, I'm Zakhan. I play Lafdul Moonglade, an elven specialty priest and thief multiclass from Realm Space. His gimmick is coming up with fun titles every week. So his current title is the Stellar Starstruck Scintillating Serpentine Sightseeing Staff Swabby. I was so stuck between Space Swabby or Staff Swabby. I felt like Space Swabby was a bit degrading, but I guess Staff Swabby, it makes me look like an officer at least.
We'll go with that. And introducing this week, we have two new players. Go ahead and introduce yourselves at Cape Sword and Diamond Worm.
Cape Sword. I am playing Darrakar, a Minotaur from Brawl.
And I am Diamond Worm. I'll be playing Lankas Skipzaggle, an illusionist thief tinker gnome from Kryn.
Welcome,
Nice.
welcome. We will be getting your two characters into the party shortly. But we left off last time. The party had just entered the Phlogiston, and after an encounter with a stellar dragon, which did give you some information that might be of use to you.
Yeah.
All right, but actually, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention. 500 bits will get the player or dungeon master of your choice a reroll. Currently, we are sitting at Braxon with 1, Finn with 2, Lafdul with 1, Solas with 2. I, the dungeon master, have a handful, just a tiny number, and I am going to be redistributing some of these.
Oh, good.
So 1 each of mine are going to Ockar, so that he's up at 1. Cape Sword is up at 1, and Diamond Worm is up at 1.
I love roll communism.
So this is not a common
Good.
thing. I just wanted to make sure that the new players had one, and I also didn't want Ockar to feel left out, being the only one without one at that point. So I am a magnanimous dragon, but otherwise I am going to be hoarding my my rerolls. So those rerolls for the new players, you have to declare that before you make a roll. But if you are in a situation where you feel it is critical that your character survive or make a roll, it's a very good get out of death free card.
Good to know.
In addition, there are ham options for viewers to redeem to grant critical rolls or critical failures to enemies.
Or to us, if you just feel like being vindictive.
I think the critical failures... I'm forgetting. There was something where like they cannot go to... I think the critical fumbles cannot go to players.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah.
Only monsters.
Yeah.
Critical hits can be given to either one.
Yes. All right.
So how do we give a critical hit with the point?
The
before.
redemptions... Let's
See,
see.
you click on the ham. You've
Yeah.
got to have
Oh.
35,000 hams to do a critical hit or a critical fumble.
Yeah.
And there's a limit of how many. There's a limit per game of how many.
And I think old has a rule that you can't do it for yourself.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I learned that when I tried to do it to boost my odds against a dragon like a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to use them for other party members or enemies.
Okay.
Indeed. And there are times that I will overrule that because I'm like, I need this enemy to be a danger.
I I need to let my cat in. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So the party has just entered the phlogiston and taken care of the normal procedures for entering the flow, putting out any fires and things like that. So Braxon, I'm going to need your check, a navigation check, to see if you get into the right.
I'm not using the reroll.
Okay.
14's my number. Damn.
All right. So give me a 1d2, please.
1d2, right. So that was a failure.
Yes, that was a failure. Okay, so it takes you a day to an extra day to find a good line of the Phlogiston River, but once you do, you begin to traverse on the Phlogiston River towards Gray Space. So let's go ahead and run down through the party, what you guys are going to be working on in the flow. Braxon, what are you going to be doing?
I think Braxton's going to be double checking his calculations for the day, seeing as he got some numbers wrong. Trying to work out what went wrong.
Okay. And Solas?
I'm making paper for the first week.
Okay. And Ockar?
I'll be continuing like etiquette lessons for Ngritha and also studying like the law book.
Alrighty. And Finn?
Finn will be studying his book on agriculture that Lafdul gave him and practicing with a spear.
Okay. And how about you, Lafdul?
Teaching my pupil and learning what I can about being officer. So, like, learning how the ship runs and stuff.
Okay. Alright. The first couple days are uneventful. But on the fourth day, including the one extra day, your ship drops out of spelljamming speed in the Phlogiston current, and a crew member calls out, "Debris off the port bow!" So it is the first shift.
Oh, Ockar's in charge.
Yep.
I'll take a look at it with my spyglass, see what we're dealing with.
Okay. So, looking through the spyglass, you see some ship debris. It is definitely ship debris. You're unsure what it is. It was large enough to drop you out of spelljamming speed, so it is about 10 tons worth. You'd have to bring your ship closer to it to investigate.
I'll tell the crew to get everybody ready in case of trouble while we get closer to see what we're dealing with.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Basically, I'm having people at ready stations as we approach in case like a monster comes out of it.
Okay. All right, so you pull towards it. You don't have any skills with ships at all.
Not really.
Correct? No heraldry or anything like that?
Not really.
Okay.
Solas would have come to the deck.
All right.
Were you
And
sending
Solas does
messages?
have heraldry.
Were you sending messages, Ockar?
Probably.
I mean, I'm probably learning around whatever officer's on duty, so either Ockar or Braxon.
You're on the second shift, aren't you?
Actually, sorry, it would have been the pretty close to the end of first shift anyway. So
Right.
basically everyone would be awake at that point.
Well, general quarters then.
Okay. Braxon would pop up and have a chat with Ockar and say, "What do you think?"
Well, it looks like some debris. I'm thinking we check it out and see what's going on. And if there's nothing dangerous on there, we can see if it has any, like, supplies we can take.
Yeah, I mean there might be undead on it, so we'll have to be careful, and it might have a foul atmosphere.
So
Oh,
why don't
what
you
did it?
try and take precautions?
What if I take my armor off? I could go over there on my fly and see if the air's good.
I think it would be best for us to not go off alone like that.
I have the cloak that allows me to check if the air is breathable.
You do? Oh, that's good.
That'd
Give us an
probably,
air.
if we were to do that, that'd probably be the safest method of checking.
How does
That
that
or
work?
Lafdul's ring of adaptation, but I think my cloak would suffice.
You can borrow it if you want.
Do you have to go over there?
I will cast fly on myself, and when we are close enough, I will fly to that air envelope.
Okay.
Sounds silly, old.
Mhm.
I have protection from gas members. I think you said if it was deadly air, it would protect us. But would we know if it is deadly?
You generally don't know it's deadly until you start trying to breathe it.
So, question, Ald.
Mhm.
Because I don't think the Spelljammer rules say this, so it's your call. When we're in a Flodston river and something else is a Flodston river, and you, like, if you're going at Spelljammer speed, you come out the air envelope, you just disappear. But what about if you're in a Flodston river? Can you get carried away by currents?
Yeah, I mean, there is a current. These are definitely moving, but the current itself is not moving. Like, the current plus spelljamming speed works together to move you really fast. This current is just, like, it's moving this stuff. It's moving the debris, but it's not moving it faster than you could move at tactical speed.
So are we dropped to tactical speed at the moment?
Yeah.
Right.
Because the debris is large enough to have dropped you out of spelljamming speed.
Right. So basically, if Solas or Braxon or anyone else flew over, they're not going to get. They might get moved a bit, but we're not going to lose sight of them instantly.
Right. Not in, like, I mean, if I set up a situation where there was some turbulence or something like that, then you might have some problems with that. But in a standard situation, no, you're going to be fine.
Okay, cool.
So when our ship is close enough to almost touch the air bubble, Solas will fly over.
Okay.
Solas, before you go,
Mm-hmm.
do you want my ring in case there's someone on board? You can talk to them.
I will keep the rings I have currently on.
Okay. Good luck.
Since I'm mostly going to check the air if it's safe for us to go over. If Lafdul has telepathy, I wouldn't mind that.
I do. I can cast on you.
Yeah, so I can instantly communicate with you.
Alright, we'll cast it on him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you're casting fly on yourself, Solas?
Yeah, and I will put the hood on.
Okay. So you fly over to the debris. You see amongst the debris a dead Neogi and Minotaur.
Okay.
The debris is definitely from two different ships. Give me a heraldry check.
Okay, just a moment. Heraldry is there. Well, that's a success.
Yeah, that definitely is. Okay, the Minotaur is wearing a uniform, and you vaguely recall seeing it around Brawl. You think it was a small mercenary company called the Beastmen. You never interacted with them. It was just, one of the things that you saw around Brawl kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
I will
both of them are
relate this.
definitely dead. The air is fresh, or at least fresh enough.
I will relay this information through telepathy and fly around the debris, surveying it.
I
Okay.
guess I will address Ockar, who's a native to Brawl.
Do I notice anything about them?
You got
Not
local
really.
history, so
Yeah, you could roll a local history check.
Okay. That'd pass.
Yeah, they're one of a number of small mercenary companies. So far as you know, basically entirely Minotaur. And it's there aren't that many Minotaurs on Brawl, so they actually kind of constitute a pretty significant number of the brawling in Minotaurs. But you've never had any real interaction with them.
Yeah, so I'd mention it seems to be like a Minotaur like mercenary company from Brawl. There's not many Minotaurs on Brawl, so you don't really see them that often.
So,
relay.
Solas, give me an engineering check,
Okay.
followed by an intelligence check.
Well, engineering check is not success.
Okay.
Intelligence check is success.
Okay. You're pretty sure that the debris you're seeing is pieces from two separate ships, but just because like colors are different, material is different, that kind of thing. But you can't really draw any other conclusions from that. But you do see, now that you're at this debris, further on, there is, away from your ship, there is some more debris. You're pretty sure it's from the same pair of vessels.
Is it bigger concentration of debris?
No, it is not a bigger concentration of debris.
Okay, I will relay this information and say that we should check the debris and salvage what we can if there's anything useful, and see for survivors since the air is fresh.
Oh, the air is fresh.
Well, fresh enough.
How big is the bit of debris that Solas is on? Can
Give or
we get
take
a couple
10
of ropes
tons.
over to it?
Give or take 10 tons.
We can all actually travel through the air. You've got your fly.
Yeah.
Ockar's got his wolf. I've got polymorph, ceiling and shape change. We just all go there with our own ability.
Yeah.
Well, you're not hearing anything in the air envelope of these debris pieces, Solas.
Yeah, I would say that it seems it seems to be quite calm in here, so it's safe to come and check it.
Are there any rooms?
Not in this section, no.
Must have been recent if the air's still fresh.
So what? It's just like a flat bit of deck.
Air does not go stale generally if there isn't anything breathing it.
Oh.
And I do mention that it seems to be wrecks of two ships.
Yeah. Do you want to search the bodies, or should we throw ropes over and drag it along with us?
I would say that we should search the place and give the dead at least a decent burial ceremony.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
I do have one speak with dead memorized.
And I would have mentioned that the dead that I have seen so far are Minotaurs from this mercenary company and Nyogi.
Just one of each.
Yeah, one of each.
Maybe we should check to see if there are actually dead, unless it's pretty obvious.
It's pretty obvious.
Like missing head.
Like the air is fresh, it's breathable, it's not fouled, but there is definitely the smell of rot.
Oh,
They have begun to rotted to a degree.
Yeah, I would mention that. But yeah, I think it's safe for the party to come over.
Yeah, Braxon's gonna go to his room and strip his armor off so he can fly around with his fly.
Or you could take a flitter.
And I'll cast Polymorph. I'm flying over.
I guess I'll
So-
fly on Beowulf.
So the material that you're seeing, you're like there's some chunks of decking, but you're not getting like a full room. It's not a big portion of the ships. It's just enough debris from 2 separate ships to have dropped you out of spelljamming speed.
Yeah, and I would mention that there is more debris a bit further in.
Yeah, there's not a whole other than the corpses. There's not a whole lot to search with this particular debris.
Mm-hmm. But I will fly a bit closer to the next bit of debris.
It is pretty far. Like you can see it, but it is pretty far.
Okay, then I will say that it's better to go with Flitter as a group. If it's a bit far for a fly spell, and return to the ship.
We could move our ship after we've searched the first bit.
Yeah, they can recover us, as it were.
So are you taking the ship to the first bit to?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we don't need to use our
War on the
spells, or
crew.
are we?
War on the crew so that random bits of debris don't hit them.
Yeah, we'll come over. We'll move over carefully. Well, Ockar's in charge.
We got like
I think right now we should move over carefully and like board.
Yeah.
Well, again, there's no real ability to board. This is a jumble of debris from 2 separate ships. There's a pair of bodies floating amongst it as well. Like
well,
There's
that's
no-
why
there's
we
no-
should-
there's pieces of decking, but you're not looking at like the whole stern of one ship or another kind of thing.
what Braxton's going to do when we get to the wreckage is he's going to go out on his fly, and he's going to throw his rope back to the ship, and he's going to tie the rope around command the other end of the rope, tie around the Minotaur, and he's going to ask the crew to pull the Minotaur back on board.
Okay.
So that we can search his body, take anything we need to, and then give him a funeral later.
All right.
And as for the Neogi, he boots the Neogi away and says,
Could have
that's
asked
it.
that one for questions.
"That's that's the only funeral a slave taking Neogi deserves."
Okay. So Braxon, give me a ship carpentry check.
A ship carpentry check.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to make a check to see if it's seaworthy, spaceworthy. It looks pretty wrecked to me.
Most likely to recognize the ships.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
just...
probably. It's not for kicking a Neogi, that's for sure. Hang on, where am I on the character sheet? I'm on the wrong sheet. I'm on the ship sheet. Right. Boom. Oh, that's actually good.
Okay, so you are seeing in this debris a mixture of wood and metal. The metal is obviously from a Neogi vessel of some kind. You cannot identify that. The wood is from a different vessel, and with what you can see right here, you cannot identify
Right.
what it is.
Is any of it salvageable?
It's not worth salvaging now.
Yeah. Okay.
However, give me a second check, please.
You find a screwdriver. That's a failure. You fail to find a screwdriver.
So there, you don't see anything of note. Like again, there's no full sections. This is a jumble of wreckage. Probably that has like whatever happened to it. It is further smashed against each other or something like that. But again, you can see more debris further away.
Yeah. It's just the same debris as Solas or
Right.
it's a one lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
So let's move.
Brax is going to call back. There's nothing worth salvaging here. It's all broken too much. I can't tell what ships they were. Looks like they may have rammed each other.
You not look for any identifying marks like a nameplate?
I would have told him if there was anything from his either with the success he would have found something, or the failure he didn't see anything that was there. So
yeah,
This is too small of a bit of the debris. We need to check the bits further in.
Yeah, let's go
Can I
back.
roll spellcraft to know whether or not no history might give me a name of a ship?
I think you would need more than just some bits of it.
Alright.
I think you would need either a substantial portion of it or something like that. I don't like. You can't just pick up a wood, a plank that is washed up on shore and be like, "What ship did this come from?" I don't think that would.
Well,
work.
it's not that kind of. Yeah.
It's.
Let's fly back to our ship, and then we can just shunt our ship forward a little bit, and you can do the same thing, Solas, on the next bit.
Yeah, that sounds more like the result of a divination spell.
All right, so you want to move to the next bit of debris?
Yeah, once we're all back on board.
Okay. So let's see. Nor is on the helm, so you direct him to move the ship in the direction of the debris. And as you close in on this bit of debris, which is much too small to have dropped you out of spelljamming speed, you can see that there is more debris beyond it, and you quickly realize that there's a debris trail, and it is leading out of the Phlogiston River.
Okay, we might have to go out the river then, in case there's survivors.
Yeah, I think we should check it in case of survivors.
Okay,
especially since the survivors might be from Brawl.
Yeah, you're first, but I'll come with you and wait till you say the air's good. Give me a thumbs up or something.
Yeah,
Do you want to just like periodically like move forward, checking the debris as you go?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Brax is not going to go into the air until Solas says it's good.
Right, but what I mean is like, is this a process you go to one and then you move to the next and things like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you follow the debris trail for a bit. You're not finding any identifying marks beyond what you've already discovered. You do find some more corpses, a couple more Minotaurs, some humans, some Nyogi, some Umber Hulks. And you continue to follow the trail, gathering up any of the corpses that you choose to do so.
Yeah.
They are definitely they've been dead for, it's hard to tell, but more than a few days, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as Solas has said that the Minotaur body we found at first might be from Brow, if we see any sort of ship work that looks like it's got a maker's mark on, Braxon might try and either take a note of that mark or have a look at it, see if it's someone he recognises from the Carpentry Guild.
Okay. So you continue forward, checking the debris as you do, but it is not like there may have even been more debris that you passed traveling along until you dropped out with that big chunk. But after just a short amount of time of traveling outside of the Phlogiston Current, you do see a cluster of rogue asteroids, and the debris seems to be either leading to that or kind of spinning off of, like coming off of that. Like maybe the fight took place there or something like that.
Right. Braxton's going to go back to the ship, or he's on the ship.
Yeah, you're. I mean, like you're staying on the ship, going, checking the debris as you go, kind of thing. But you now see that the debris is leading you towards this cluster of asteroids.
Yeah. Braxon's going to get his spyglass and have a look, and he's also going to ask Glau if Glau's got very good eyesight.
Mhm.
If Glau can spot any more fragments.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely some fragments in this asteroid cluster.
Well, let's just keep following the fragments. I mean, it's fresh air, so there might be a survivor. If, depends on how recent this was, and I can't tell.
Okay. All right. So you enter this asteroid cluster, and sorry, yeah.
That's a question. You said the Minotaur body was rotting.
Yeah.
Could one of the people with a healing proficiency that's not busy looking for
Be
stuff?
me.
Yeah, Lafdul, would you be able to tell how long ago this guy might have died?
So
You can try.
I kind of assumed that Lafdul or Solas would have looked at it and made a reasonable assumption. It wasn't something that I felt needed a check,
Okay.
but it is on the order of weeks.
Right. Okay, so there could well be survivors.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
let's
not
keep looking for it.
it's not like years or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know, but I believe the custom of the spheres is that we should try and rescue survivors.
So you do have to be very careful. These asteroids are swirling about each other, and some of the damage to these vessels, you're pretty sure was caused by smashing against some of these rocks. So you can see some bits and pieces on some of the rocks. Most of the rocks are not very large. They, 40 feet across kind of thing is like the average. But as you are examining this field, you do see one that is larger than the others, and you can see that someone has laid out with some debris a message of help.
Right. I don't have to make a signaling check.
No.
Okay, that's one of the asteroids that's moving?
They're all moving, but this
Right.
one is a bit bigger than the others.
Yeah.
So easier to land.
Yeah, I mean, it's a few hundred feet in size rather than about 40, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do people think? Obviously, those swirling asteroids destroyed those other two ships, or might have. Do we go in with a flitter? Do we fly in without a ship?
I think flitter might be a better idea.
Yeah, flitter might be a better idea.
Yeah, I guess, unless it's too difficult to get over there by our own power, but whoever's there is going to need ferrying back anyway, so yeah, bring a flare.
Are we going to get one of our helmsmen to pilot the flitter?
I
Sun
think we
Fayun
can
is on
use
backup duty anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Sun Fayun would be the one.
Okay. Well, it means they won't be able to do spell casting. Does Sun Fayun do healing?
He can,
He's a
but
priest.
again, you've hired him as a tertiary helmsman, who most of the time doesn't end up doing it much unless you need him for something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good to have backup.
Right. No, what I'm getting at is like the job you hired him for is helmsman, and you're like, I don't know. We don't want him to be a helmsman right now.
No. I'm just what's going through my head is we have someone else who was going to go on helm on the Battle Dolphin, and if they flew the flitter and then we use him for the Battle Dolphin later, if we got people that need medical care, we got more people that can do healing.
Well, yeah, but you got Lafdul, Solas, and Finn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He can go on the flitter helm then. Okay.
I mean,
That was-
discounting Ockar, my apprentice, and Ingrifa
Yeah.
as well.
Mhm.
No, that's only what I was thinking. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, we'll
It's
do
what
that.
we hired him to do.
I know. Yeah.
All right, so he gets on the helm of the flitter, and who is going over on the flitter?
I will.
I will.
Yeah, well,
Finn will.
I
Braxon.
think all the officers are all going over.
I
I'll
just
take
wanted.
Idrisa as well in case.
You're.
Should we bring our apprentices?
It's a
pretty
it's a
dangerous,
flitter.
maybe.
It's a
True.
flitter. Like, and you don't know how many people are gonna be there.
True. But I guess we should leave the apprentices. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you board the flitter and launch and navigate through the asteroid cluster, and you as you approach this one asteroid, you can see some crude areas have been dug out that you can guess were done to protect them from like other debris and the stones coming down and stuff like that. And as you close in further, you can see 4 individuals waving at you. There is a Minotaur, 2 who are, you think, maybe humans or human size, and 1 who is shorter. Go ahead and approach them and land.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right. So, 2 of them, the Minotaur and the shorter one that you realize is a gnome, are our new players. Cape Sword playing Darrakar, and Diamond Worm playing Lankas Skipzaggle. So, you 2, how would you approach this the small vessel approaching your asteroid? It is there are 6 people, 1 on the helm, and 5 others of various sorts.
Well, I try to hail them to get them to come closer, so we can get some help.
Yeah. I will probably be. Yeah, I'd cast cantrip to start making little sparks and pops.
Okay. Probably more like little light flashes, because sparks would be dangerous.
Yeah, I was thinking more just like my character's an illusionist, so I was
Yeah.
thinking like not like just little light
Okay.
sparks rather than
Okay.
actual sparks.
All right. So, the rest of the party, you set down the flitter on this stone, and you are introduced to a Minotaur named Darrakar, a gnome named Lankas Skipzaggle, and there are 2 humans who you will learn were slaves on this Neogi vessel, Albreth and Genos.
So how much time has passed for us?
It's been about a month.
Okay.
So you would quickly share what happened. Do you want me to say it, or do you want to share the
I can
story?
say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
What?
I misheard. You want to share it?
Yeah, I can share it.
Okay.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much. We need to we were attacked by Neogi. There was a fight. Our ships got, but then there was this other ship that came and destroyed both our ships. There was a Neogi here. I point to a corpse over farther away.
Well, it's been a month. You probably would have gotten rid of it.
Okay. Got it. Oh yeah, fouling air and stuff is
Yeah.
the thing.
Well, just rotting. It would have smelled bad even if it didn't foul the air.
Okay. And but this other ship, one I've never seen before, came through and destroyed both the ships. Only us 4, well, 5 escaped. The 5th one was Neogi, and we had to kill him. He wasn't being reasonable.
Neogi rarely are.
What was the what did the other ship look like?
Never seen it before. It kind of looked insectoid.
Mm.
And it was covered in big blades. It literally
Yeah.
chopped up both vessels.
Does that sound like the Zix ships we've encountered before?
No.
Does that
Or
sound
does it
like?
sound like the?
Doesn't sound like a ship any of you have seen before.
Does it sound like the strange ships we've heard of from the elves?
No, those were mammalian. These are insectoid.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Would I have gotten? How good of a look would I have gotten at the ship?
not very. Either, and this is up to you. Either you were helmsman at the time, but given that you're low level, you might have been more of a long distance helmsman. So you probably would have been off the helm in that case. And you can choose whichever one, whichever the two situations. But you would have been out of spells, so you really wouldn't have been participating in the battle, like below decks, ready to attack anyone who came down below decks, kind of thing, while the Minotaurs fought.
My big question was because I did pick artistic ability. I was thinking I could draw it, but if I didn't get a good look at it, I might not be able to do a good job.
Well, did you take artistic ability for drawing or painting or something like that?
Okay. I picked drawing. Yes.
Drawing. Okay.
You said I had to pick one, and I picked drawing because that was my idea.
That is like. I don't think you would have gotten a good look, but you might have gotten a passing look. I mean, again, whatever happened, like this ship literally chopped yours up, so you would have been like expelled into the phlogiston.
Yep. No, I totally get the idea of chaos is it's hard to pay attention to details when you're trying to survive.
Right. So you and Darrakar managed to like recover a bunch of supplies and things like that. Darrakar, you have 0G combat, I think.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So you'd have been really good about like launching yourself off this rock and moving through the zero gravity to bits of debris to collect up barrels of water and stuff like that. But you've been running low at this point. Heavily rationed. So, like being here for a month, you've tried to scavenge what you could from the vessels. Darrakar, you would have seen it because you would have been on deck fighting, and it was this big insect-like ship, and it had a pair of choppy claws on the front and chopped through your vessels.
I will describe this to the others.
Doesn't sound like anything I've worked on in the shipyards.
No. Braxon, you would realize from Darrakar and Lankas' descriptions of the vessels, the other vessels involved, that they were both on a swan ship. Darrakar would tell you that it was named the Mallard, and the other vessel was a Neogi Mind Spider.
Right.
The two humans as well, they were former slaves of the Neogi, and they've been slaves their entire life, so they're very confused, thankful for their freedom of a sort, and very curious as to like what's going to happen to them, but not actually like they're very reticent to speak up.
Okay.
Well, I think it's best that you gather whatever supplies you have, and we do not stay too long here, since we are off the Phlogiston River, and it's best to get back to the river as soon as possible once we've taken everything that we can.
Yeah.
We're heading off to Gray Space. We can give you a lift there if needed.
Did you lot see any other survivors around?
Only corpses.
No. Did you find my friends?
We found some of your compatriots' corpses, but no survivors, unfortunately.
Yeah, we would have.
We
We
we are
would have put bodies on our ship to give them a formal burial.
yeah, we are planning on giving them a decent burial so their souls may reach the afterlife.
I'm going to have to tell their families when this is over. Thank you for letting me know.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but your mercenary company originates from Brawl.
It was founded there. My people are immigrants to Brawl.
Well, we are also from Brawl, traveling to Grey Space, so we can help to deliver the message.
Thank you.
So, Darrakar, you would be vaguely aware of the Company of the Broken Sword. You've heard some stuff about them, so they're not going to be completely unfamiliar. Lankas, I don't think you would have been on Brawl long enough to have heard anything about them.
Okay.
It wouldn't be the Company of the Broken Sword by any chance?
Yes, that is us.
Okay,
I
I
think we'd
thought I
all.
recognized you.
I think we'd all have the tabards on, wouldn't we?
Well, and you would have.
Right.
I think you would have said who you
Yeah.
were when you arrived, like introduced yourselves.
Yeah.
But yes, you are welcome to hitch a ride on our ship, since it is our duty to help the survivors.
Right. Let's get your supplies put in the hold of the ship. Can we fit them all on the ship?
Yeah, it's for you can pack in a lot of people on a flitter. It's just generally not comfortable, but just
Finn
traveling
can
to
easily
your,
make
your
himself
ship.
smaller too.
That's true.
Doesn't the flitter have like 1 ton of cargo space?
Not 1 ton. That's half a ton.
No,
Well,
it's a 1 ton ship.
You can put on the supplies, and there's only about like a week's worth for the 4 people. Like they were running low. You would recognize that they're undernourished at this point, having like been rationing and really just eating the minimum that they could.
Yeah. We'll give them a proper meal when they get back to our ship.
Lafdul's like, do you like salt pork?
Salt pork? Who doesn't?
Do I?
I love salt pork.
We have that in, near endless supply, we can say.
Well,
Wonderful.
we have plenty of food and water to go by. So, welcome aboard.
All right, so you
Thank you.
ferry everyone and the supplies back to your ship.
Question to Darrakar. Forgive me for posing this question, but it's probably best that our chef knows. Do you eat cow? Bovine?
I do not.
Okay, I just want to make sure our chef knows.
That's fair.
There's
I do like
oftentimes
chicken though.
Okay.
there are oftentimes different, like a couple different meal choices. Yeah, that is a little similar to do you eat monkey, but at the same time we don't eat monkey, so most of us.
Well, we're not monkeys, we're apes.
True. But minotaurs aren't bovines.
Yeah.
No, but it's like something that has similarity. It's kind of like, do you want to eat something that looks like you?
And
I'm not touchy about it if that's what you're asking, but I generally don't.
And Lafdul's always going, Oh my god, when Braxon says anything. First thing he says when he meets a Minotaur is, "Do you eat cows?"
No, I thought I was being respectful. I just wanted to make sure that he didn't. And people have certain
I mean,
dietary requirements.
I mean, you could have asked, do you have any dietary restrictions?
Yeah, I suppose that would have been a better way of saying it. See, that's why I don't have etiquette.
That's true. That's true. Doesn't have etiquette.
I am particularly fond of sandwiches.
Sandwiches. All right, so you pile the supplies into the flitter, get everyone aboard, gathering up any spare equipment and things like that. Like you guys would have been able to recover your equipment and stuff like that, and probably some other stuff. Mundane stuff. I'm fine with that. Of course, you would have made basic shelters out of some of the debris and stuff like that. But board the flitter, and Sun Fayun pilots you back to the Battle Dolphin. I'm going to bring you over there now, because gonna need to assign some cabins here.
Somebody needs a room. Yeah.
All right, you guys are over on the board, and let me go ahead and get you guys on there. All right, so
Nobody's using room 7 at the moment.
Or 6 for that matter.
On the command deck.
I vacated those. Are you two working together? I asked the new guys.
We were, yes, I was hired onto the ship as a helmsman. Well, a backup helmsman.
You otherwise don't know each other. You're just working together on under the same.
About a month. We've had about a month to talk, but hasn't really been focused on.
Oh, fair enough.
Pleasantries.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, there'll be plenty of time for that.
Well, there's not a whole lot to do when you're sitting around waiting for rescue, so I think that you guys would have shared a bunch of stories, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 3 rooms available. 2 on the officer's deck, which is 6 and 7.
To be fair, you probably know more about my character than I do about yours, because my character probably talked a lot.
So we got
thinking now.
We've got 3 rooms.
Don't talk as much.
We've got 3 rooms available. There's 2 rooms on the officer's deck, which is the ones numbered 6 and 7. And there's one on the command deck numbered 7.
Isn't officer's deck room number 7 a storage room?
No, that was my old room.
Ah.
I moved to the Enlever's room because we didn't want that ever going to a guest so close to our library.
No, I think we're using the storage room number 4 on the quarterdeck, which has got a P on the door, which I think
priest lock.
Yeah, priest lock and
2
G's, which are glyphs. Yeah, so I think that's where we've got the treasure. Not that we'd be telling the newbies where the treasure is.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you'd give them a bit of a tour of the ship, because it's going to be a while to get to Gray Space, so you want them familiar with the ins and outs.
Yeah, Braxon would say. Braxon would say to Lankas in Tikhano, we can have a longer discussion later, but let's give you a quick tour of the ship.
Lankas, it is pleasant to hear someone speak your native tongue to you, but it's also, really slow to you.
Yes.
Right. So I think if no one objects, I think we'll put those two in 6 and 7, and
Sounds good to me.
you guys can work your passage until.
Should we, since there
6
were
and
also
7
two
on
humans,
officers or command?
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, go on then.
Hold on,
since there
Solas.
were two human survivors also, so how about we put them in the officers deck 6 and 7, and they can split their rooms how they like.
So that'd be 2 people in each room.
Yeah.
At least for the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we also have room 7 on the command deck.
Yeah, but do you want strangers so close to our leaders of our organization? that you
Also,
don't
one
trust?
of the room in the command deck should be the armory.
You can ignore the names. Like, it is more important to have rooms for the player characters than it is for things like armory and stuff like that.
Ockar is the armory.
I can. I'm small. I can split a room with Darrakar.
Okay. So, how about the 2 humans, Alberith and Genos, go in 6, and Lankas and Darrakar into 7 for now?
Yeah.
On the commander officer.
By the way, do you have any hammocks suitable for a Minotaur?
We probably have ones that work for GIF, so
Yeah,
they
we've got
would
GIF on our ship.
Those are fine.
They would probably work for Minotaurs as well.
So, Lankas and Darrakar, the crew on this ship, besides the player characters and officers, is a mix of dwarves, GIF, and Herwadi. And they all appear to be very much in fighting trim.
Okay.
Yeah,
Braxon's dwarves, GIF, and Herwadi?
Yep.
Okay.
Braxon's going to say to Albith and Grenos, we've worked with the company, we've worked with the Pragmatic Order of Thought before. They've done a lot of work rescuing slaves and getting them rehabilitated and stuff. So we can pass you on to some experts from there later if that's helpful to you.
They will say, yes, that would be very, very generous. We've been owned by the Neogi all our lives.
Right. Well,
don't
now
know
you're owned
anyone,
by yourself.
really.
Now you're owned by yourself.
Yes, being free is it's a new thing for both of us. We don't know what we'll do with ourselves.
I imagine it is quite the freeing experience.
I might
punish
get
the prisoners.
They go insane having been exposed to a pun for the first time.
Yeah.
You hear a giggle from Lankas.
I might get one of my spellcasters to have a look at you, make sure you're not under any influences of nasty spells. We've seen a few nasty slave races that try that sort of thing on people.
Yes. Please do. We don't know much about that sort of thing at all.
Okay. Braxon will leave them to it or whatever, and he'll say when the meals are and stuff, and they can just go along with everyone else and get fed.
Before there's a meal, though, Solas would hold the funeral rites for the dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How?
So first, like the former slaves, they will defer to you because for the humans. They will identify the humans as fellow slaves of the Neogi. And the Neogi did not let them have any faith. And also, when they got too old or too infirm or weak or you know, whatever, they were eaten. So the idea of a funeral, like any funeral at all, is like a breath of fresh air for them. Darrakar, for your Minotaur companions, how would you want them buried? Would you want to lead the ceremony, or would you want someone else to?
I'm used to a priest leading the ceremony, but I do want to witness it and basically get the Minotaurs onto a funeral barge or something of the sort.
You could collect up some debris to make a loose bit of, you know, like kind of a closest thing to a funeral barge that you could, and cover them with some old sailcloth and release them into the flow for like a burial at sea kind of thing.
Solas,
That would be appropriate.
Solas ask details from Darrakar about the Minotaur funeral rites, since he has not interred any Minotaurs before.
Yeah, this is new for Lafdul as well.
But he would do the funeral rites that Darrakar described to him as best as he could.
Before the slaves... Sorry. Go on.
Though praying to Ogma, since Ogma is Solas's god.
Give my best description of the Krinish funeral rites for Minotaurs.
Okay. Do you want any prayers made to other gods other than Ogma?
Well, I will be praying to Zeus, but I can't think off the top of my head what deity the Krinish Minotaurs normally worship. Ald.
Well,
isn't that the evil one?
It would depend a lot. I think Zeboim and Sargeras would be common, but they like there's another non-evil sailing deity, and I'm blanking on who it is right now. That might be more like. Chances are you're like, for you to be good would probably mean that most of the others would be good or neutral as well. And also for you to be worshiping the Greek pantheon, that it probably means that many of the others have converted as well. So it would be your choice as to how they have chosen to live their lives, since you've basically created them.
Okay, in that case, then I will say that prayers to Zeus are the most appropriate.
Okay.
Well, you can lead that prayer, since Zeus is your deity. I will pray to Ogma that Ogma provides them the help and guidance that he can.
Before the slaves are buried, Braxon's gonna go get some money. Not massive money, just copper coins, and he's going to give Albeth and Grenos and say, "This is just a token, right? Of I'm giving you a copper coin each. It's not a large amount of money, but this is your money. Yeah, you're free people, and this is your money." And he gives everybody in the slaves a copper coin, and he says, "These copper coins belong to you. Go off to the afterlife, not as slaves, but as free men."
All right.
Yeah.
So since the humans don't really have any specific rights that they want, Do you want
Braxton's
to,
gonna say some words.
Braxton? Do you want to
Yes.
do something similar by like making a funeral barge kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because barges of Patar were.
Don't get
what-
too ambitious.
Yeah.
He's not going to make a barge of Patar, but they were made by Patar worshippers that wanted to bury people that way. Um,
I would do like a Norse thing, but that requires fire.
Yeah, I was like, when I realized either earlier with the speak with dead, it's like, God, burn some incense. That ain't happening.
Yeah,
No,
Solas,
you can't use fire here.
yeah, Solas will do traditional Celtic burial rites to the humans.
So
No, you can
Ockar,
just-
like actual burials is would also be common, but like barrows
Right.
and things like that.
Mhm.
Braxton's going to say a prayer aloud to Patar and say, Patar, please take these people to a friendly crystal sphere and send their body off to whatever afterlife works best for them.
Okay. So you get the two barges basically just cobbled together and lay the bodies out on them. Wrap some like old sailcloth around it and use some ropes to tie it, and push them off the side and watch them float out of the gravity plane while the prayers are being recited.
Yeah.
With the Minotaurs, I put a copper coin in each of their mouths.
Okay. All right. With that taken care of, the two humans do thank you, Braxon, as captain, and the other officers, and begin to get settled on the ship.
So
Head back to the Phlogiston River, or do you want to do anything else around here?
we'll head back to the floods. Well, no, let's have a quick look at those other asteroids, see if we can see any fragments.
Okay.
If we can get at all near any of them without getting smashed to bits.
Yeah. So they're dangerous, but they're more dangerous if you if you were in a combat situation where you're focusing on another ship and you may not be paying attention to the rocks, or if you were drifting. So focusing, like having the helmsman focus closely on watching the rocks allows you to get around pretty safely.
Also, Flitter is a small vessel, so it has more maneuverability and less area to hit.
Okay.
Would
Yeah, but it would also be completely smashed if it did get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't get hit.
So you don't see any other survivors on any of the other rocks.
Okay. I think we're going to call it that there's no one else.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's head back to the Phlogiston River then, and try and not screw up a navigation check.
Speaking
We
of,
start heading the wrong direction.
give me a navigation check to get back to the Phlogiston River.
No. Oh wow! Oh wow! That's fun. What
Did we
Phlogiston
fail
River?
again?
The Phlogiston River's disappeared while we were out here. Maybe.
It's just going to be a delay on getting back. Don't worry.
Unless you keep failing.
I was doing that more to see how quickly you got back, as opposed to do you get back. Getting lost is only matters if I have things planned for you to get lost to do, kind of thing. So these will generally be more about, do you make up time or do you lose time? So you do lose some time. However, you do find some more some of the debris and begin to follow it back to the phlogiston current.
Uh-huh.
However, as you're doing that, one of the crew members screams in pain. You hear a scream of pain from the deck, and another crew member screams out, "Umber Hulk!"
Yes, the Yogis have Umber Hulk.
Oh joy.
Looks like there was another survivor, probably petrified, and came out of it just in time in your in your air envelope, and
Do we
has
know if
decided to attack.
I think we're rolling for initiative.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
imagine we're
Two-
fighting it, but I'm just
Oh
wondering.
yeah.
2 new claws to harvest.
Wow, I thought I was the morbid one.
Damn.
Yeah. Well,
Hold on a second
Darrakar's-
before rolling. Because I need to. Okay, no, that's okay. Need to clear out the old entries. So for Lankas and Darrakar, there is the pound player initiative macro. If you click on your token and then use that, it'll pop up with a box to ask you for your modifier, and that is going to be whatever you're doing. So if you're attacking with a weapon, whatever the weapon speed is. If you're casting a spell, it is the casting time of the spell, that kind of thing. If you want to do something different, like just move, that's going to be 3 for Lankas and 6 for Darrakar, because you're large.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's other things that you want to do beyond the normal stuff, feel free to just ask me. Lafdul, did you have a
also-
Wait,
question?
I thought my movement was 6.
Your movement is 6, yes.
Okay.
No,
Also-
sorry,
means I can move
right.
3.
Your movement is 6, but the initiative modifier to just move is 3.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, easy way to handle the player initiative is if you click your token, there's the player initiative button on the top left.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, that's good for spells.
It's also good for just rolling the initiative.
Yeah, he's only going to move at this point, but his eyes are widened by that, and he's in something of a rage.
Okay, so the Umber Hulk is like on the main deck?
Yeah,
right now?
yeah, on the command deck. That's where the scream would have come from.
Okay.
I'm not seeing
see
the
it.
name of Ockar's apprentice, by the way, in the turn order. Not
Right,
an
hold on.
emergency, but
I see it.
yeah, you see it because you control it.
Right.
It's set to.
I think
don't-
I think
Yeah,
they'll-
no,
I think
I got it.
No, thanks. It's done. It's basically set to. It was set to don't let anyone else other than
Right.
the owner see it.
Yeah, I knew exactly what the problem was. So.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Anyone still need to roll initiative?
I actually got a good number,
Okay.
and I remembered not to do the flaming sword.
Solas, you're up first.
Solas is moving to here.
Okay. So keep in mind, Lankas and Darrakar. Actually, would you have been right here, Darrakar?
I moved my character to where I would have been, which is in the room.
Right. That's what I'm asking, Darrakar. Would
He
you have gone to
was,
the room
like,
too?
on the... Wasn't
I actually did intend to be there at the moment. I was just lounging.
I probably would have been out on deck.
Which deck would you have been out on, Ockar?
Probably this one.
Okay. So you can be out there then.
Would I have Ingritha with me or not?
Probably not,
Okay.
because you're being acting as a captain. So keep in mind that the officer's deck and the quarter deck, this deck and this deck, our reverse gravity to get between the officer's deck and the command deck here is this 5. That is a hole
okay.
through the deck.
Got
Do
it.
I have the line of sight from here, by the way?
No.
Then I would have moved to here if I had a line of sight there.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a wall, and
That's
There's
a
a
wall.
stairs there
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Stairs out onto that deck. Okay, Braxon, your turn.
Yeah, I don't know where I would have been. It's not Braxton's not on duty yet, so he probably would have gone back to his cabin, or he might have been talking to the new people.
It would have been like close to your to changeover. So you could, just back in your cabin, getting ready to take over.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah. So Braxton will come. Braxton will probably be armored up and everything.
Yeah.
And he go running down the corridor. So I suppose he could he get all the way out?
You can definitely get all the way out. The question is whether you can get all the way out to attack. You gotta.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can do this. I couldn't do this with my thing before. Let's see if I can do this measuring thing. So I do shift to change the arrow, do I?
I think it's right click.
Right, hang on.
Don't cover up
Right,
his.
Not done this yet. Oh. Damn. It's... Come on. Now I'm moving instead of drawing lines for some reason.
I think it was around 65.
Yeah.
65 for me. So if you go to 60, you can.
If you hold down the left mouse button, when you get to a point, right click, and still while holding down it. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, plus that little bit.
Yeah.
50. So it's 70.
Yeah. So yeah, you could only get out to it.
All right. I'll get out to it. It can punch me in the face.
Okay.
Then it just decides to hug you.
Yeah.
Lankas?
Okay. So how far can I move if I just move? If my speed is 6?
60
thing I was
feet.
kind of confused about. Okay.
60 feet in combat.
Yeah, for you new people, if you're low level, remember you're easily killed, but things like arrows are very useful.
Yeah.
So you don't have to get yourself chopped in half.
Okay, and I can only move 30 if I wanted to. Or what's the attacking and moving? You can move half your speed, or is it less?
Half your speed.
Okay,
and you
that's
cannot
basically
move
as
if you're
far as-
casting a spell.
Yes, I was just moving this turn,
Okay,
so I was just getting up to deck.
Okay. So yeah, Solas, you were planning to cast a spell next round?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see Solas here looking out through the front passageway, like digging through for material components, getting ready to cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
And you come up there as well. Finn, your turn.
Yep.
All right, Finn's going to rush up on deck, but he's going to hold back a little bit. Mainly because he doesn't have the movement to actually get there.
Drawing a
first to
weapon, can you do
there,
that?
and then
How does that
to
work?
There.
Drawing a weapon is it's basically free. If your hands are free, then you can draw a weapon and attack. But you can only draw one weapon. You cannot draw two weapons at the same time. Like you'd have to wait till the next round if you were going to do dual wielding.
Yeah, big difference between AD&D second edition and later editions and other RPGs is that the round is 1 minute.
Yes, I do know that.
Lafdul, your turn.
Was Finn finished?
Yeah, you were just moving up, he said.
Alright. Yeah, Lafdul's just gonna be oh, I've got to figure out where the hell how I get to there.
It's just one stairs down.
Oh yeah, the other one goes up, one goes down. So
Yeah.
yeah, no. Lafdul was. Oh, actually, how much movement do I have? Oh, I'd be unencumbered, but sorry, not draw. What one's a ruler? That one. Well, I can just go like that. Which one? It's the bottom one, isn't it? To go up.
Yeah. To go up?
So-
No, it's the top one.
What, to where they are? I mean,
If you want to go down to where the Umber Hulk is, then it's this staircase.
That one.
If you want to go, okay.
Yeah.
If you want to go up to the upper deck, it is that one.
no, I want to go to where they are.
Yeah, it's down there.
Well, yeah, I've got plenty of movement anyway, so.
Yeah.
I'm just going out into that. My intention was to see if anyone was injured and bandage them.
Okay.
So I rolled for moving, and I heard a scream, so
Alright.
trying to save a life.
Okay, Ingritha? Ockar? Ingritha?
James?
So, Ingritha was going to head out. If you can get past the Minotaur.
You can always move through your allies.
And get to about here to see exactly what we're dealing with.
Okay.
She could move in and attack, but she's not. She's gonna go for a bow next round.
Okay. Ockar, your turn.
I'm going to move up, and I'm going to attack this thing with my longsword.
Okay.
It's large-sized, right?
Yes.
Oh, as a precaution, Lafdul's fought Umber Hulks before. He knows not to look at them. I'm deliberately not looking at him. I'm just looking around for
Yeah, you're
sailors that have been injured.
looking for the person who's injured, right?
Well, that's not good.
So you swing your sword. Unfortunately, the surprise of everything, and you stumble over the injured crew member, and
there he is.
your sword. Yeah, there you go. Your
Does he
sword
backhand Lafdul the head?
is going to go. I mean, it might hit you. It might hit you.
Would I know you're not supposed to look at an Umber Hulk?
At this point, yes. I think that would have been like, at the very least, because of the fight.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because you'd have experienced them
Yeah.
firsthand.
Umber Hulks have
Or you would have
weird
heard
eyes.
you would have heard the Minotaurs calling that out to each other when engaging that.
Okay.
Ockar, your sword clatters against the railing behind the Umber Hulk. Darrakar.
Okay.
All right. I am going to position myself. I'll have my crossbow ready. See now. And I was thinking right about there.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Now get out a measurement. There we go. And here.
I think it's specifically if you look at the Umber Hulk's eyes.
Just look anywhere in our direction.
All right. Ockar, it is going to be swinging at you. And I need another d20. It's going to be clawing and trying to bite at you, and I'm going to need a saving throw versus spell to avoid its gaze.
Is it a paralysis kind of thing?
No, it's saving throw versus spell.
Okay.
Confusion effect.
Yeah. If you have a wisdom bonus, you do get that, though.
You also get your Paladin bonus and ring bonus.
Okay, that fails even with the wisdom bonus.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. I
What
rolled
did you
eight.
roll?
I rolled a 2 plus 4
Oh.
plus 2. That would be 8. And at my level, I need a 10.
And what's your armor class?
My armor class is 0.
Okay. So it misses you with 1 claw, but it does manage to get you with the second, as well as a bite. And I'm going to need a saving throw versus death because he got a critical on the bite.
I mean, we're trying to make a good impression, not a bad impression, Ockar. If you don't mind not dying in the first round.
Well, I know that's versus the wrong one. That was. Let me roll again.
13. Yeah, 13 is still a success. I'm pretty sure a 13 is going to be a success.
Yeah, my death magic target is 7, so that would succeed.
Yeah. All right. So it is just going to be double damage dice. So the claw deals 8 points of damage to you, and it bites you for 9 points of damage. And give me a D10, please. See what the confusion effect is going to be. Okay, give me a second while I refresh my memory on
nearest creature.
Oh.
And roll again.
All right, so next round you will be attacking Lafdul.
Lafdul doesn't suspect a thing. He's trying to save a life here.
Well, on the good side, it's only unarmed attack from Ockar.
Yeah.
PvP.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
PvP time.
Well, I can't draw my weapon, can I?
You're confused. Would you draw a weapon?
Yeah, the confusion basically means you're just gonna in your mind you're gonna see Lafdul as some sort of hideous beast trying to kill you, and you're just gonna like.
I'm not trying to kill him, but sure.
But that's what he sees. So you're gonna attack him
confused.
with just like whatever you've got right now.
Question, Ord.
Yes.
You know, you were saying about when people can use the hams.
Mhm.
Can people? All right. Can people use the critical hit to get a player to hit another player when it's when they're when? No.
Because it's critical hit for the player.
Yep.
Yeah. I will.
All right. So initiative time.
Asking for a friend.
Sorry, Lafdul's still going to do healing proficiency to see if he can save this person. He might get disrupted in the attempt.
Soon we see Braxon already aiming a critical hit for Ockar.
So I can't pull out my axe and swing at this creature that I see.
You're in your mind. Lafdul is not Lafdul. Lafdul is something else. Some great and terrible creature. Like you can decide what he is. you can role play this out what you want. But that creature is more dangerous, and so dangerous that you're attacking with your fists.
What do I roll for that? Is that just plus 3?
Yeah, 3.
Okay, I see him as an ice giant.
The guy that's smaller than you is nice.
Lafdul, the miniature ice giant.
Oh, as a FYI, I'm wearing my cloak of displacement, so he may miss me.
Wouldn't he see him as a Neogi?
He sees him as something that is more dangerous than an Umber Hulk, and he can choose what that is. That's
right.
Ice giant seems more dangerous than an Umber Hulk to me.
All right.
He sees Lafdul as the most dangerous kind of ice giant, the miniature one.
Yeah, like Loki.
Anyone still need
For the
to
MCU.
roll?
Oh, why did I? Yeah, I need to roll. Why did I roll healing proficiency?
I don't know.
Because I haven't had my turn yet. That's why I didn't put my tracker on. I got a 10. Oh wow, that's 13.
You go at the same time as Ockar.
Solas, you're first.
Oh, well, I'm casting a magic missile.
Okay.
It's typical. Every time can't do anything, I roll a low number, and then when I can do things, I roll a high number.
Oh yeah. All right.
That's a decent one.
5 missiles streak from your fingers around everyone in front of you, out the hatch to the Umber Hulk, slamming into it for 18 points of damage.
Nice work.
All right, Finn, your turn.
All right, Finn's gonna run up and take a slash with the scimitar.
Okay.
Focusing entirely on its legs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a miss.
Yes, that is a miss. All right. Unfortunately, trying to keep your gaze from its gaze, you are not as accurate as you otherwise would be. Braxon, your turn.
Does Braxon get a penalty for fighting while trying not to look at the thing's head?
Yes, there can be if you're actively trying to avoid that.
Yeah, he would be because it's Umber Hulk.
Like a cold shot, isn't it?
No, it's just you're attacking with a penalty. I need to look it up.
I'll just roll to hit with the battle axe for now.
Yeah, you'll need to step forward as well. Yeah, and like that's good enough to hit anyway. Step forward.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Oh, I got to step forward. Sorry. Yeah. Hang on. Let me do the. Okay.
And
Shift.
go ahead and roll damage.
I'm trying to work out how to do the fine movement thing.
You don't need to.
Okay.
It's alt, but it doesn't matter.
It's all right. Okay. Right. There we go. All
right, 7 points of damage. You hack into it with your axe. It roars in pain.
Yeah,
right.
Braxton shouts out, "Get off of my ship!"
Lankas, your turn.
Okay. What would be the penalty for attacking from ranged while trying not to look at it?
It's gonna be -2.
Okay. And this button.
Using your sling.
Yep.
Okay.
And miss bonus will be minus. Probably not.
No, that is a miss. Oh, and can you turn on the visual dice as well?
Oh, sure. I'll look into that.
Just gives the viewers a little bit more. Lafdul, your turn.
Well, Lafdul's going to get attacked from at some point, but he's trying to see if this crewmate is salvageable.
Yeah, as
with
you're
a healing
checking
proficiency.
him, Ockar's fists are going to be coming at you. So go ahead and roll the healing check.
Would he be affected by my cloak of displacement?
I mean, he might be. Roll your check.
Healing proficiency.
Okay, so
yes.
one of the crew members, one of the dwarves, is injured. Not fatally, but he did take a nasty blow to the head. So you begin to bandage him. Just as Ockar attempts to punch you, but Ockar, because of the cloak of displacement, you do miss.
Yo, Ockar, what are you doing? I Lafdul shouts out in a bit of an alarm.
Go ahead and roll 1d10. Actually, no, because you would get 2 attacks next round. This round. Because you attacked once last round, even if, different weapon. So
yeah,
at the end of the round, you'll get the second attack. All right, Ingritha's turn.
James, are you there?
Are you muted?
Sorry. So she's going to try to shoot at it with her bow, but not like look at it, since that seems to be a problem.
Yes.
So what was that do?
-2 to hit.
Well, that's a hit.
That's a hit. With the -2, that will not be a critical hit. It is just a hit.
She was also using the +2 arrows, so that would have evened out anyway.
Did she make a cold shot?
No, she was just not looking.
Trying to avoid the gaze. Yeah. So it's a hit, but it's not a critical hit.
Okay.
Mostly I was interested in if there's arrow hitting anyone else.
All right. I'm not dealing with that right now, just because there's only one enemy.
Okay.
All right. And it's big. Okay. 6 points of damage. It roars in pain, and it is going to claw at and bite at Finn there. Finn, give me a D100, please. This is to see if you successfully avoid its gaze. You do. Oh, actually, no. I was looking at the wrong number. You do not. So I need a saving throw versus spell.
Wisdom and protection bonuses, right?
Yes.
Okay. Add in the wisdom bonus and.
Okay. What is your armor class?
My armor class with my shield is a -3.
Okay. He does only get a bite on you with his big mandibles for 9 points of damage. All right, Darrakar, your turn.
All right. So I will fire my light crossbow at this thing.
Okay.
All right. Now, hold on. I have to adjust something here because it's set incorrectly. Try that now. Keep saying strength bonus for some reason.
You can just roll a d20 to start with.
Okay, that's all right. I'll just do that.
And we can figure out what's up with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. When you
Okay,
roll
I think I think I understand. All right. So just submit.
Did you sell it as dex instead of strength, or I mean the other way around?
It confused me for a second. I've corrected it.
Yeah, when you roll to hit, it gives you a couple of optional dialogue boxes for if there's adjustments, and you can just click OK on those.
Yeah.
All right. That is going to be a miss, and I am going to ask you to change your die color so that we can actually see the numbers on it.
Okay. Let me see if I can actually change it.
I was wondering if it would change the
You just change your player color. It's next to your icon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised
okay,
that
I can do that.
I'm surprised that it didn't make the the pip color white.
I know. That's what I was expecting. I don't think that's an option though.
Yeah. I've adjusted it. I've given myself a gold color. That should be visible.
Okay. And second attack from Ockar on Lafdul. You try to punch him again.
Right. Do I see this coming this time round?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you want me to
All right.
roll it?
Yep. It's only the first hit that is automatic miss.
Oh.
What's your Thaco, Ockar?
My Thaco is a 10, and there would be a +1 to hit bonus from strength, so that would actually be 12 versus Thaco 10.
Right,
I
what's
have
your
an
armor
armor
class?
It's a -1, but I still get a +2 from the cloak, right?
Yeah.
So it's -3.
Okay. So that is a miss.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there would be a penalty since I'm not trained in hand-to-hand combat.
No one gets non-proficient penalties for punching.
Okay.
Everyone knows punching well
Everyone
enough.
knows how to punch. Yeah. All right. So I need a D10 from you, Ockar.
Okay.
Okay.
Wander away.
So something just kind of comes over you, and in your confused state, you're on your turn. You're just gonna wander someplace else on the ship.
Okay.
I do need a D20 from not D20, a D100 from Braxon, Ingritha, Darrakar.
Oh,
Basically everyone other
boy.
than Lafdul at this point, and those who've already been, and Finn and Ockar.
This'll be fun.
I'm choosing not to roll. Use a reroll.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I got fairly high, and some of the others got fairly low. So
Yeah, you are all okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Solas.
Question.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How is Ockar looking at me at the moment? Because he said he rolled a 1, but I don't know that necessarily.
He now looks vacant-faced and his eyes glazed and like kind of staring into the distance.
He doesn't look like he's going to immediately hit me again, or try to.
Correct.
I will draw a weapon and attack or my intent is to attack the Ember Hook.
All right, next round initiative, please.
Okay.
Ding, ding.
Yeah.
Do I roll? Do I just set myself to one? Do I just do a 1d10 plus 3?
Yeah, +3, because you'll wander away on your turn. And once you're out of the combat situation, then you don't need to worry about rolling for yourself.
Okay. I'm going to reload my crossbow, so I'll just roll this.
Well,
Would
you're using a light crossbow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can reload
One
and
attack
fire.
around.
Oh, okay.
It's a one every round weapon. It's not a one every 2. Heavy crossbow is.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. It's 1 minute around, so you have enough time.
would Braxon
Perfect.
have seen Ockar taking a swing at Lafdul?
Yes.
Can he roll an intelligence check to see whether he's realised that Ockar's been confused?
I don't think you need to roll. You've encountered Umber Hulks before, and you are familiar enough with
I
the
mean,
effect at this
Lafdul
point now.
cried out in alarm. I'm looking at him, but I'm also looking at looking in Amber Hook's general direction. I'm drawing a weapon, so you can
Okay. Anyone still need to roll initiative?
see into that how you will.
All
Oh,
right.
good.
All right, Braxon, you're up first.
Yeah. Okay. So Ockar's going to yell out. Brax is going to yell out. Ockar's been confused. Watch out for him. And then he's going to take another swing with his battle axe, trying to not get seen too much.
Okay.
And I get 2 swings this time.
That
Assuming
is
I
a
don't throw
hit.
it away. Yay! Right. Both my rolls say D8, so it doesn't make any difference whether it's big or small.
All right, 8 points of damage.
identify.
You hack into it again with the axe. Lafdul, your turn.
He goes around Ockar, hopes he doesn't bump into him, but then he tries to stab the Amber Hook with a short sword.
Okay.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
a hit.
that's a hit. It's a +2 against magic using or magical creatures.
That does not apply.
1d6 +2.
All right. So as it was looking to claw at Finn again, you do stab into a gap in its armored hide, and your sword sinks in, and it cries out in pain and slumps over, dead.
Someone either grab Ockar or just let him wander.
Yeah, Ockar's not going to go off the ship. He's just going to like wander around to some other part of the ship for.
I think he threw his sword around here somewhere.
Yeah, it's at
Braxon.
Braxon's feet.
Braxon's standing pretty much where Ockar's weapon is.
Solas says to Ingrid to take care of Ockar while he is confused.
He will.
Yeah, Braxon will hand Ockar's weapon to Ingrid. And he's going to yell out to the spellcasters, do you want any bits from this thing before we throw it overboard?
The claws. Solas will harvest the claws of it.
Okay.
I shall not draw blood from anything.
Do you not want the
Hacks me.
eyes? Do you not want the eyes?
You can make armor out of that thing, or is it sentient, technically?
It is sentient, and
yeah, it's looked.
it has a
frowned upon.
leathery hide, not a hard chitinous shell.
Mm.
I mean, it's got confusing eyes. Couldn't you make potions out of its eyeballs that confuse people?
Potentially, but that would require spell research. I know what spell I can use the claws in.
Okay. Have you got all the claws now?
Yeah, he can have harvested them. That's fine.
Just need to...
Well, we're
Just imagining Solas coming out with a bone saw, the healer's kit.
while Lafdul is making sure anyone else injured is being looked after.
Yeah, mainly the dwarf.
Braxton's going to get a couple of gif and say, right, let's see how... One of you take the arms and one of you take the legs, and let's see how far you two can toss it.
New game on Brawl, Umber Hulk tossing.
Yeah.
It's a lot more difficult than gnome tossing.
I'm throwing overboard too.
All right. Was it just the claws that you want, Solas?
Yeah, just the claws.
All right. Lafdul, do you want anything? Lankas, do you want anything?
Nope.
Okay. Then the couple gift do come up and toss it overboard.
Yeah. Would our new spellcaster want any bits?
Lankas?
Or anyone.
You might be muted.
I don't know if Darrakar takes trophies or anything.
Or he
Darrakar?
might...
Anything you want?
Darrakar, yeah.
Only if I actually killed the thing. It
Right.
doesn't seem appropriate to take a trophy from someone else's kill.
Okay.
I don't have any need for it as far as I'm aware.
All right.
When the two gift toss the Umberhawk off over the side, Braxton says, I told you to stay off my ship.
All right. So some of the crew begin to mop things up. Ockar, you'll come out of the confusion after a number of minutes. And you can set yourselves back to full. There's enough healing in the party.
Yeah, Solas would also cast Cure Light Wounds on the dwarf that was injured.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to do before you get back to getting to the Phlogiston River?
Well, I was wondering if the bolt I fired is retrievable or not.
Yeah. So roll a
Yeah,
d20.
Ingrid would have tried to get back the arrows he shot into the thing.
I guess I'd try and get back the bullet I threw.
And there's plenty of rocks on the ship, so...
Yeah, but
Well,
if it's sling bullet, it's better.
Yeah, bullets are slightly better.
Okay. Ingrid and Darrakar, you both were able to get your ammo.
Should I roll? To see if I
Yeah,
can get
roll a
the
d20,
one?
and this is just going to be to see if it went out of the... Okay, you were able to recover it.
Okay.
From wherever it went. Okay. So for arrows and bolts, the d20 is I mean it's all to see if it's recoverable. They will get whatever the plus is on it. as a essentially a saving throw bonus. With sling stones and bullets, it's functionally more of a did this go overboard kind of thing.
Mhm.
Okay. So you guys can settle back into your quarters, and get into the groove of things. So Lankas and Darrakar, you've been rescued. The two humans will just ask to help out wherever they can. They're not sailors, so they're gonna primarily be doing like
Swab.
well, they will definitely be happy to do that kind of thing. Yeah. But they can help out in cooking as well, and just like cleaning
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
I would have told when we did the brief tour at the beginning, I would have told the new people that we've got magical spells guarding some of the doors.
So don't
And
snoop. Got it.
well, no. Don't go into any of those rooms, because those rooms will treat you as hostile. Like, we know you're not hostile, but we'd have to dispel the magic and put it back up again.
That's fair.
So Lankas and Darrakar, what do you want to do? Like, do you want to offer your services? Are you going to be spending
Yes, I
time
was
in your
gonna
crew?
offer to help because I have shipwright. So I have some
Yeah,
basic ship skills.
I have seamanship as well. I and zero gravity combat. I would definitely offer my services as a crewman.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to?
Old?
Hold on. So Braxon, do you want to like
One shift each.
or something like that? Like, it's up to you. Like, how do you want to fit them in?
Because at the moment we're I'm trying to think how we got the shifts.
So shift 1 is Nor on the helm, Finn, Ockar, and Solas. Shift 2 is Numerial on the helm, Braxon, and Lafdul.
Right. So we probably want. Well, we need one person on the second shift to catch up. But do you two want to be together?
That's fine by me.
That works.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Whatever.
Lankas and Darrakar will be on second shift.
We'll put them both on shift 2 for now. We can shuffle around later.
Right.
I mean, at the moment, we're thinking of them as guests, but obviously they're not guests.
Yeah. Obviously, we'll figure out a role-playing reason for them to stay.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd be assigned with a GIF or something, or Darrakar would be. Darrakar?
What we'll
Get
do
along
with
fine with GIF.
what we'll do with the. So go on.
I meant to pick spacemanship, not shipwright. Sorry, that was my mistake.
Okay, we can go back and
yeah.
All right.
Okay. Shipwright means you can build ships.
Yeah, that was not my intention. My intention was to be more of a crew member.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
spell jamming, and then I know how to help out. Yeah.
Okay.
I can
do
the. And if you need a backup spell jammer, I could help out.
Yeah, that'd be useful.
So you would be introduced to the 3 hired helmsmen. The 2 primaries are Norferic, a young human male that the party rescued when his master was slain by strange, spidery, mechanical things. Numerial was hired later. She's a former Imperial officer from the Elven Navy. Her duties had been like she was just on like cargo transports on regular trips, and she wanted to explore space. Like, that's why she signed up for the Imperial Navy and was like, I'm not getting that out of this, so I'm gonna go hire on as a spelljammer to an adventuring company.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Sun Fayun is a priest of was it the Path or the Way? It was one of the two. I need to go look that up. Let me see.
On the path and the way.
The Path and the Way there's two things. The Path and the Way are two separate things.
Yeah.
That are very similar. It's like two different interpretations of the same thing, kind of thing. He is of the Path.
Right.
And he is a tertiary helmsman for like the shuttle, because Darrakar and Lankas, you've never been on a battle dolphin before, but it has a smaller vessel docked to it that can separate, that looks like a small sailing vessel. Great for landing on Earth worlds that are not spelljamming aware and stuff like that. So his job is more like to operate the helmsman of that when needed.
And also be backup helmsman.
Yeah, and if someone gets knocked out or something, he can take over.
And heal crew if healing is needed.
Yeah, and there's also the ship's navigator, in addition to Braxon being the captain, is a space owl, who you would be introduced to him as Glau, a.k.a. the Honorable and Learned Gloustenwick of New Donanshire. He
Pleasure to meet you.
likes his full name.
Oh,
I start to recite my full name.
Oh no.
well, pleasure to meet you, Glau. My name is Darrakar.
Oh yes,
I do my
Minotaur,
I do the short name, the one that only takes 30 seconds rather than the one that takes a few hours.
That is quite the name you have there. It is impressive. Impressive names are good. Welcome.
Just don't go around using that long name when you're talking to a fair, so you're also take the entire hour's worth of name.
So, once you get back into the Phlogiston River, everyone kind of settles into a routine. I'll go ahead and move everyone, all of your tokens back to your cabins.
And
So-
set yourself to full HP.
Yeah, and set yourself to full hit points if you're injured.
So I had a question.
Oh, yes.
Do the former slaves know how to read and write?
No, they do not.
Right.
Solas would take his duty to teach them these necessary skills for a free person.
All right. They would be very appreciative of that.
It's basically Solas would say that my God demands me to teach this knowledge to you.
Okay. So a lot of your free time would be spent doing that.
Yeah, other time I have during the first week would be making paper.
Okay. Ockar, can you move your token and Ingritha and make sure you're fully healed?
Oh, sure.
So the former slaves, have they got any skills?
Nothing of note.
What Braxon will do is he'll say, you'll need a job in the future. What I'll do is I'll put you in with our space hands, and you can learn the ropes, working around ships. You don't have to do that in the future, but you can see whether you like doing this as a job.
Okay.
While you're with us. If you don't like it, that's fine. You can go on and do something else with your life.
So you, in talking to them over like the coming weeks, you will discover that both of them, like, having been Neogi slaves and on Neogi ships for basically their whole lives, they want to learn farming. They want to become farmers, because it's like that is the complete opposite. It feels peaceful to them. they've encountered other slaves who were taken, who were not like basically born into it, and it just seemed like the kind of thing that they want to do.
Finn
So-
would be
Always
happy
need
to
for-
start them on that path.
Yeah, so Finn,
Mhm.
when they learn that you're you know plants and you're learning about farming yourself, they would definitely take any lessons that you have to share with them.
Along with the lessons on reading
Right.
and writing.
Okay, so getting into the groove of things as you travel along. So Braxon, you're expecting the trip to Gray Space to be about a month,
month.
give or take. And let's just go through and see what everyone is planning to do. Braxon.
I forget what that book was that Lafdul gave Braxton. It was about wood, wasn't it?
Ethical use of wood and carpentry.
Yeah.
It was carpentry book.
Yeah, basically.
Oh yeah,
Elven
yeah. No,
carpentry.
here it is.
How to source wood ethically and stuff. It was the elven version of it, so elves are.
No, I got
Don't
it
burn
written
down
down.
a forest.
So how to identify like the actual native trees, making sure that you're planting
Yeah,
new ones when you cut one down, that kind of
Bra-
thing. Yeah.
Braxton will spend a little bit of time doing that. The two escaped slaves, if either of them wants to learn to fight, Braxton will spend a bit of time sparring with them.
They know the basics, just because they had to defend their their
Okay,
Nyogi ship, but they don't like it, so they would be not interested in sparring.
fair enough.
They just want peaceful and quiet
The-
rest of their lives.
The Minotaur and Tinker Gnome, then, do either of them want to learn how to fight?
You could size them up first before asking them how to fight.
You asking
Yeah,
a Minotaur a mercenary
I,
that if
I
he...
am. I'm up for sparring.
Okay. Would you
Yeah,
like
it's
sparring?
I have not great in up close, but I can I'm a decent shot with my sling, and I used to have a pistol, but I lost that in the shipwreck.
Ah, right. Yeah, we didn't find one in the shipwreck.
Yeah, I mean, the
So
wreckage
small.
that you found was by no means all of it.
Right.
You were lucky to have found this trail to the cluster of asteroids. From the description that Darrakar and Lankas would have given you, that cluster was in the current when the fight when the ship combat broke out
Oh,
and drifted out of it.
right. I see. So it passed through. Yeah.
Mhm. So they were very lucky that you did find them.
Okay. So Brax is always up for spending a little bit of time fighting people.
All right, so spend some time sparring. Darrakar and Lankas, having had a month of poor rations, yeah, it'll probably feel good to like get back into the groove of using those
Not
muscles
cooked.
again and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Oh heck yes.
So Darrakar, is there anything else that you want to spend the trip working on?
Well, I am going to be, if there's any one of a sagacious persuasion, I am going to be looking to have someone look into the maze of Keftos for me.
Okay. So you'd spend some time talking with Solas then about this. Solas, you would not be familiar with this at all, but it's going to pique your interest.
Oh yes. New thing to learn about.
We are close to the break, so when we come... I want to just kind of run through everyone, but I want to roleplay out that a little bit when we come back from the break. Lankas, how about you? What do you want to spend the Phlogiston trip on?
Familiarizing myself with the ship, maybe talking with the crew. Yeah, just kind of getting to know things.
Okay. You're definitely seeing a lot of things that could be improved, like those ballistas.
100%. This
I
does
think
not
we
have.
picked up.
This does not have 3 backup levers in case the first lever fails.
Right.
I think we picked up that Lankas was a spellcaster.
Yes.
So Solas would at some point ask what kind of spells he knows.
I specialize in illusion magic, and but I have a few other spells as well.
Well, we do have some illusion spells in our library of spell books.
So if after the break, we can have a little bit of role playing out of that as well. Lankas, you will definitely discover that there's a lot of powerful magics in those spell books that are beyond you at this point.
Yes.
Ockar, how about you and Ingritha?
We're just continuing. Like, I'm continuing to teach her etiquette stuff. I'm reading the law book. I'm not doing anything particularly special.
Okay. Join in with sparring with Darrakar and Lankas?
Yeah, I'll have Ingritha train with them some.
Okay.
To learn from unfamiliar people, and I'll moderate.
Okay.
And be instructor.
Yeah.
Okay. Finn, how about you?
Finn will just spend time reading his book and teaching those two.
Okay. Anything about the new guests besides the humans that piques your interest of anything that you want to discuss with them?
If they have any interest in plants or animals, maybe.
Okay. And how about you? Go ahead.
I would have an interest in plants to a degree. Mostly their uses in like alchemical uses and such.
Okay. And how about you, Lafdul? You're muted.
Are you there?
Oh,
You
I'm
muted?
muted. Yep. I am training my apprentice, so I'm also going to be sparring out, maybe getting a feel for what kind of weapons he likes to use and training him. Well, finding someone more suitable to me if I don't have the relevant skill to train him in that skill. But generally, it's going to be like swords and bows or something.
All right. And for those, because he didn't get really introduced to the new players, so kind of reintroduce your apprentice again.
He is Loire Riddle Whisper, or Riddler, as Solas likes to affectionately call him now. Yeah, he is someone that I picked up from my home place. We are kin. And yeah, he wanted to look out for the wider world, or not live such a cloistered life on Evermeet. As great as it is, it's very cloistered. You don't get to see much other than what's brought there. So, and his parents were glad to have me look out for him, being kin and all that. So
glad to be rid of him. I mean,
yeah, maybe.
All right. So it is about time for us to take a break. We'll take about 10 minutes. Good time to get something to eat or drink, stretch your legs, and we will be back shortly and get this Phlogiston trip underway. See you shortly, everyone.
See you on the other side.
We'll see you.